The people here work so hard, and they never allow themselves a moment of fun. Do they? How delightful. I'm lucky to have a man that is so devoted to me.
A new face. Such a welcome sight in dreary old Morthal. Welcome, friend. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Fight well.
Running an inn weren't my plan, but Falian decided to move here, so I joined him. Hrogar's house? It burned down not too long ago. It's a real pity about his wife and kid. The screams woke half the town. Most folk won't go near it now for fear it's cursed. Hrogar claims it was a hearth fire. Some folks say Hrogar started it himself. That's what they say. See, he's living with Alva now. That started the day after the fire. It ain't right moving in with a new love the day after your kin die like that. Aye. Our Jarl would sure like to know if he did, though. Might even pay to find out. Good day.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. There's a new lady in charge of the orphanage in Riften. She asked me to hand out these notices to everyone I met. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Have you... Papa says that I shouldn't keep waiting.
Please don't mind Yorick. He's
Mom has
not
to come
bad.
home
You're that
sometime.
one from the college. Heard about you. It's bad luck to talk about that place. Y'all's been looking for someone who ain't superstitious, though. Be looking for a fool, if you ask me. All right, then. Hands to yourselves. Huh?
So, life has brought you to Morthal, and to me. What purpose this serves, we will no doubt see. I stand where I have always stood, here in Morthal. Now is not the time to fight amongst ourselves. I fear dark days approach, and all of Skyrim's strength will be needed. Hrogar's house fire? Well, he lost his wife and daughter in the blaze. My people believe it to be cursed now. Who am I to gainsay them? Hrogar blames his wife for spilling bear fat in the fire. Many folk think he set the fire himself. Lust can make a man do the unthinkable. The ashes were still warm when he pledged himself to Alpha. On rumor and gossip? No, but you, a stranger, might find the truth for us. Sift through the ashes that others are too fearful to touch. See what they tell you. Should you prove him guilty or innocent, I will reward you. That which is unknown can create unease, even fear. It is to be expected. Some fear our new resident wizard. As they grow to know him, they will accept him. Time will prove me right. Hrogar's fate is in your
You
hands.
will not disrespect Jarl Idgrod while in this hall. Do we have an understanding? It's no secret that Jarl Idgrod is different. It's also no secret that there are rumors about her and her visions. I won't repeat them, and I won't allow them to be spread under this roof. Now you go about your business. Good day.
Tamriel is full of wisdom and magic, if one is willing to look for it. Few have...
the best warrior in Morthal. You want me to prove it? I bet just your own two hands. Weapons and magic are out. Now let's see what you've got. Come on, let's see what you're made of. Do your worst. Son of a... You're good as dead. I'm gonna crush you like a bug. Enough! This ends now! I'll tear you to pieces! This what you want, huh? I'll get you! Now that was a punch. You're a real fighter. I like that. You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Who's there? Helgi. But Father says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Are you a stranger? You know him? He made my favorite dolly, but I can't find her. Are you sure you aren't a stranger? The smoke woke me up. I was hot and I was scared, so I hid. Then it got cold and dark. I'm not scared anymore, but I'm lonely. Will you play with me? Okay, let's play hide and seek. You find me and I'll tell you. We have to wait for nighttime though. The other one is playing too, and she can't come out until then. I can't tell you. She might hear me. She's so close. If you can find me first, I can tell you. You're different, aren't you? Not like anyone else. Not in Morthal or Skyrim.
Oh, do come in. I hope I have what you need. If you need any alchemy, take a look. Until next time.
Please don't mind Yorick. He's not...
What is it? All right then.
Gorm thinks I'm mad. He doesn't say it, but I know he thinks it. Is he right?
Be careful!
let go away. Megley let go away. Megley let go away. Megley let go away.
Never should have come here.
Keep your wits about you. Morthal's hardly a safe place. Laylet. She's dead. Ysmir's beard. She's a vampire. She's dead. Laylet. I thought she left to join the Stormcloaks. Oh, my poor Laylet. She began to spend a lot of time with Alva. Yet just a week before, she despised her. In fact, the night she disappeared, she was supposed to meet Alva. Alva told me later that she never showed up. I never got to tell her goodbye. You think Alva? But that means... Ye gods! You think Alva is a vampire? No, you're wrong. You must be wrong. Laylet may have met her fate out in the marsh. I refuse to believe Alva had anything to do with this. There is no way you can prove it to the Jarl. I hope Alva is not what you think.
I hear the steward ask, drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. See ya. There ain't much to offer, but if you want a place dry to spend the night, I'll rent you a room. Running an inn. Are you joking? You just rented a room for me.
I used to be an adventurer like you. And I took an arrow in the knee.
You are new to Morthal. We've not spoken before. Sounds interesting.
I'm still here. What do you need to take? Lead on. Something's not right.
Guess I was just hearing things.
Here's a cup to your brain.
Unless it's about the mill. I don't have time to talk. Much to do.
I do what I can to see that Idgrud's time isn't wasted, and that she only has to deal with important matters.
Is Hrogar innocent or not? Ava? Didn't think she had it in her. I assume you have proof? Can't go making accusations like that without proof. So it's true, the traitorous bitch. Morthal owes you a debt. Here, you were promised a reward for solving the crime, but I need one more favor from you. Morthal is still in danger. The journal mentions Movarth, a master vampire I thought was destroyed a century ago. I'll gather together some able-bodied warriors to clean out Movarth's lair. They'll be waiting outside for you to lead them. All right then.
I leave then. Don't think you can... Everything all right?
Take us to Movart's lair. She's dead. Leolette is dead.
I want vengeance for my wife. Vengeance for Leolette. We're marching on Movarth's lair, whether you come with us or not.
Take us. Yeah.
Kill the vampire.
I'd be a lot warmer and a
Kill
lot happier with a vampire as me.
Fear for the bow, eh? I'm a swordsman.
Do you like magic? Valiant says I'm good at learning. I like learning about magic.
I'm just a poor man trying to make a living. They may be cowards, but I'm not. I'll go with you. I suppose you're right.
Go, and avenge my Laylet for me.
Mother's calling me. It's time for me to sleep now. I'm so tired. Thank you for making her feel better.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Jürgen and I both work hard, all the time.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
My mother and father died years ago. Valiant takes care of me now.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow. Lightly armored means light on your feet. I'm smart.
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak
Well,
to me
look
first.
at you. If only everyone acted like you did. By the 8, I didn't think he could do it. Now maybe we can put all this behind us. Take this as a token of our gratitude. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. Good luck. The Divines reveal things to me at times, yes. I do not hide this. It is a gift. Anyone who believes otherwise does not and cannot understand it. Until next time.
Look at those old stones. Ancient Nords sure could... build.
I can take you to any port on the coast. May not look like much. Where are you headed? Good day.
You talk to Egg Brothers. Deja has no words for you.
You probably want someone else. I'm just the stable boy. Bye.
Citizen?
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Richter.
They can't can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us!
Traitor!
Get on with it!
You should tell her that her uncle
Not
was
right
the
now.
scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all hard, Vivian.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric
Liar.
challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
We should have drawn it out some more. He deserved a slower death.
A man opens a gate and they cut his head off? Doesn't seem right to me.
I still can't believe he knew what he was doing when he opened that gate.
Some gate lock.
Are you feeling sick? I've heard Jari Raz hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire. Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. Remember the winking skeever next time you're footsore. Welcome to the winking... Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Need anything, you just say the...
You stay out of trouble now. The Castle Dower dungeon can break even the strongest will. I'm the headsman here in Solitude. It's my job. Depends on what you mean by busy. I'm also the head jailer in the dungeon here. Quiet job, usually. Ain't got one, but I'd fancy a chance at that Jari Ra's scrawny neck. Filthy Argonian never would have set foot in this city if High King Torrig was still alive. I can tell you that. Keep your head about you.
Are you here to talk about my brother? Do you think his execution was justified? Rogvir. He opened a gate and they executed him for it. He opened a gate and the wrong man rode out of it. If that man hadn't been Ulfric Stormcloak. If Ulfric hadn't killed High King Torrig. But it was Ulfric. And he did kill the High King in honorable combat. My brother refused to allow the Imperials to take revenge for the deed. So now he's dead. Then like Rogvir, you have a Nord's heart. It's hard for many of the people here to understand. I think Aldous understands. I don't think I could have stayed here if anyone else had... I think I need to be done talking for the moment.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Oh, thank you. Divine's What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, They left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. It's best you leave me be.
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us were very alike. So why not take the next step? My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
How do you feel? No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I'm afraid I'm running errands at the moment.
I'm not looking for
Please visit me
conversation.
later at the Temple
Then you
of
didn't
the
know
Divine.
Rogvir, and you have no idea what it means to be a Nord of Skyrim. He did the honorable thing, even when he knew it would cost him everything. My brother was the best man in Solitude.
Blessings be with you.
I don't want to talk. Dragon? Really? Was it big? Did it breathe Oh wow, I knew it! I knew they were real! I have to remember to tell Papa!
The Divines saved me from the streets.
You
And they
look
can
like
save
you could do
from
with
your
a ripe
trials as
apple.
well.
Or a tomato.
Plenty of fresh fish for you.
Cabbage. Or leek.
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Hello, Solana.
You heard of Ravenscar Hollow? Cave on the island to the west. Places a roost for those foul hag ravens.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage? Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage? Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
What business do college mages have in a place like Sorthal anyway? It's a...
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen? Have we? Oh, of course. You were at Helgen. One of the prisoners, if I recall correctly. I suppose that's true. Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricca? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you. Not many survived Helgen. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun. You survived Helgen? General Tullius told me what happened. Not many made it out alive. I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion. Is that confidence or bravado? Confidence I can use. Bravado gets soldiers killed. We'll soon find out. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in. Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in the city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the...
Been up to the Blue Palace? It is a sight to see, even if it is filled with fox. Everything's all right?
Oh, Master, it's your time to do with as you please. But what about those who depend on you so much? Why does everyone ignore me? My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that. Until next time.
Dean Inga says a bard can never have enough practice. So, would you like a tune? I'm a bard, from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Thanks for taking the time. People never...
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you? Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard. Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. Not much, but as a bard, I find the whole affair depressing. There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragons. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times, but the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era. As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torrig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof. I wish you luck.
Good to meet a prospective bard. Ah, yes. Adonato's new work. Shorter than I expected, but words must be judged on merit, not length. I'll look over this later. Why don't you take this for your trouble? Well, you've come to the right place. He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then. That's good. You shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time. And a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least, that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself. Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite.
I have faith that you'll return with King Olaf's verse. I have faith that you'll return with King Olaf's verse.
Wait, hear my plea. My master, he is lost between worlds, and I cannot bring him back.
Everything's all right?
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly. Oh, I'd get in trouble for that. It's not allowed. Besides, it's scary in there. Well, I suppose in that case it's okay to let you in. But only briefly. Be careful and come right back. Okay, I need to get back to the palace soon anyway.
Thane
The
Briley,
Imperials
at
are
your
good for
service.
business, and business is good for Skyrim.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Be quick. I have little
If you have
patience for
business,
mundane
please see Falk Firebeard, my steward. Oh, I thought that matter was handled. I think Falk is taking care of that. Be well.
Do you have business with the court?
And my husband.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. Feel free to
If I
return
needed
to me
something
with
from
questions.
you would know.
Blue
So,
Palace is an
you wish
open
to master the arcane arts? Take care of yourself, and always remember, the world is ripe with people looking to spill your blood.
Kelly, my dear.
Oh, I couldn't. Goes right through me. Besides, I have so many things to do. So many undesirables to contend with. Naysayers, buffoons, detractors. Why, my headsman hasn't slept in 3 days.
You are far too hard on yourself, my dear, sweet, homicidally insane Pelagius. What would the people do without you? Dance? Sing? Smile? Grow old? You are the best septum that's ever ruled. Well, except for that Martin fella. But he turned into a dragon god, and that's hardly sporting. You know, I was there for that whole sordid affair. Marvelous time. Butterflies, blood, a fox, a severed head, and the cheese to die for.
Yes, yes, as you've said countless times before.
Harumph! Well then, if you're going to be like that, perhaps it's best I take my leave. A good day to you, sir. I said good day!
Yes, yes, go. Leave me to my ceaseless responsibilities and burdens.
How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend for a decade or two. Really? Oh, what kind of message? A song? A summons! Wait, I know! A death threat written on the back of an Argonian concubine. Those are my favorites. Well, spit it out, mortal. I haven't got an eternity. Actually, I do. Little joke. But seriously, what's the message? Were you now? By whom? Wait! Don't tell me. I want to guess. Was it Molag? No. Little Tim. The Toymaker's son, huh? What? The ghost of King Lysandas? Or was it one? Yes! Stanley, the talking grapefruit from Passwall! Ha! I'm wrong on all accounts, aren't I? Ha! No matter! Honestly, I don't want to know. Why ruin the surprise? But more to the point, do you, tiny, puny, expendable little mortal, actually think you can convince me to leave? Because that's crazy! You do realize who you're dealing with here. Oh, pardon me. Were you saying something? I do apologize. It's just that I find myself suddenly and irrevocably bored! I mean, really. Here you stand, before Sheogorath himself, Daedric Prince of Madness, and all you deem fit to do is deliver a message? How sad. Now that's the real question, isn't it? Because honestly, how much time off could a demented Daedra really need? So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. That's right, I'm done. Holiday complete. Time to return to the humdrum day-to-day. On one condition. You have to find the way out first. Well, good luck with that. Ha! I do love it when the mortals know they're being manipulated. Makes things infinitely more interesting. Care to take a look around? This is not, I dare say, the Solitude Botanical Gardens. Have you any idea where you are? Where you truly are? Welcome to the deceptively verdant mind of the Emperor Pelagius III. That's right! You're in the head of a dead, homicidally insane monarch! Now, I know what you're thinking. Can I still rely on my swords and spells and sneaking and all that nonsense? Sure. Or you could use the Wabbajack! Huh? Didn't see that coming, did you? You've headed down the path of dreams. Unfortunately for you, Pelagius suffered night terrors from a young age. All you need to do is find something to wake our poor Pelagius up. You'll find his terrors easy to repel, but persistent. Never should have come here.
Yes?
Something to crow about. With Pelagius up and about, you're moving right along. We'll both be home in no time. Now this is a sad path. Pelagius hated and feared many things. Assassins, wild dogs, the undead, pumpernickel. But the deepest, keenest hatred was the attacks he makes on himself can be seen here fully. They're always carried out from the weakness of his fragile self. The self-loathing enhances Pelagius's anger. But his confidence will shrink with every hit. You must bring the two into balance. Wonderfully done! Pelagius is finally ready to love himself and continue hating everyone else.
Yes? I'm all ears.
Oh, good choice! Well, good for me. I find everyone being out to get you so terribly entertaining. Yeah. You might find it less so. You see, Pelagius's mother was, well, let us say, unique. Although I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, she was fairly average for a septon. That woman wielded fear like a cleaver. Or did she wield a cleaver and make people afraid? I never get that part right. Oh, but she taught her son well. Pelagius learned at a very early age that danger could come from anywhere, at any time, delivered by anyone. Oh, I thought you'd never figure it out. With the threat gone, Pelagius is under the delusion that he's safe, which means you've helped him out, sort of. And we're that much closer to home. Do you mind? I'm busy doing the fish stick. Fixed is such a subjective term. I think treated is far more appropriate, don't you? Like one does to a rash, or an arrow in the face. Ah, but no matter. Heartless mortal that you are, you've actually succeeded and survived. I am first to honor my end of the bargain. So, congratulations. You're free to go. I have been known to change my mind. So, go. Really. Pelagius Septim III, once the mad Emperor of Tamriel, now so boringly sane. I always knew he had it in him. Well, I suppose it's back to the Shivering Isles. The trouble Haskell can get into while I'm gone simply boggles the mind. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Clothes, check. Beard, check. Luggage. Luggage. Now, where did I leave my luggage?
Master, you've taken me back. Does this mean we're going home? Oh, happy times. I can't wait to...
Yes, that's quite enough celebration. Let's send you ahead, shall we? As for you, my little mortal minion, feel free to keep the Wabbajack as a symbol of my... I'll just take the damn thing. You take care of yourself now. And if you ever find yourself up in New Sheo, do look me up. We can share a strawberry tart. Ha ha! Ta-ta!
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me... I'm too old to work. You got nothing better to do than bother an old man?
Are you feeling sick? footsore.
Proudspire Manor. Now there's a fine home. Up for sale, too. If you're interested, talk to the steward in the keep.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You'll want to watch yourself in Riften. A lot of ways to get yourself in trouble in that town.
Another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Leo. The Thieves' Guild has Maven Blackbriar.
Please, don't hurt me. Someone do something.
Gods, another fight.
I cannot best you!
Are you feeling sick?
Oh, if Maven Blackbriar keeps raising prices on meat, I'll have to resort to drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Drink to those who have fallen. Free their souls. Find their way to Sovngarde.
Door's over there. Why don't you use it?
Take it easy, Father. You're making a scene.
I trust you have good news for me. This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me.
Yes, Father.
You should bring this information to the Thieves' Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. Out of my way.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Why hire a common soldier to protect you when you can have a master of the arcane?
Want to talk? Go ahead.
You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know.
This better be important. I'm quite busy.
Training? Keep your
All right. I have everything you asked for. All ready to go.
Well, hey there. What can Sapphire do for you?
Oh, you're back. Good job. Now, here's your part of the deal. Bloody good timing. Just got some more clients. Got a personal request from Brynjolf on this numbers job. He says we may hit him hard later, and he wants to prep their books. Help us out. Nice. Yeah,
So,
this is
you're
what you need to know.
Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much. Me.
Out with it. I suppose you want your share now. Here you go. Good. We could use the coin. Sure. A client's relative lost this item in a gambling match, and they're paying us to get it back. So much for fair play, huh? Fine. Just keep it clean. Here you go.
It's been a long time since anyone joined us. Seems like people are in a rush to leave. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his, experiments. Well, you did something Vex couldn't do at Golden Glow. So, you're looking pretty damn good. Word is that you found something while you were out there, though. Something that could be a problem for the guild. Just watch your back and do what Mercer says. He'll sort it out. The house I mentioned earlier is still available, if you want to buy it. Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home. Aye.
Hey! I want to talk to you. Now.
Well, hey there. What can Sapphire do for you?
So, the ending of my tale, and earlier.
Guess your tale of single-handedly fighting on the back of the road.
I've never seen anyone with skills like yours. I just wanted to let you
Word
know
on
that
the
if you
street
need
is that
anything,
poor
you can
Sabjorn has
talk to
found
me.
himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild? Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild. Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever. They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godja lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullumai. Gullumai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
We've stopped. What is it? Go on ahead. I'll stand guard.